Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now this is a general reading for your sign, the one in the title, because it's a bulk introduction. There's a timestamp below if you've seen it already before. For the Mars conjunction with Neptune in Pisces this Saturday. I'm not going to speak at length about this because if you look at the link down below in the description for the Facebook page, I've already posted numerous videos about the astrologers who know what they're talking about this conjunction, and it has a wide range. On the very lowest octave, you can look at it as a suicide bomber willing to sacrifice his life for an ideal, whether it's deluded or not. At the highest octave, you can see that you have really forward momentum with some high spiritual goal or communication, but all the way wrapped through it is the risk of illusion, the risk of being swamped, of your fire being doused by the massive waters of Neptune. So it may well be a struggle to find that highest vibration of forward motion with a spiritual goal or spiritual communication or astral projection or anything. You know, astral projection is supposed to be a bit more tough at the moment now that the South Node is in Sagittarius. So the question I'm looking at is, I mean, it's mainly an oracle card reading, but the question I'm looking at is, how best can we use the energies of this conjunction? I mean, you can ask a question of your own, in which case pause the video, think of the question, focus. You've heard my spiel on other videos. But really, this is more of a, I'm wanting to look at the energies and the forces that are involved at the moment, because there's a lot going on in the world, and you know, macrocosm, microcosm, there's no doubt a lot going on in all of us. So, if you like the video, please press like. Thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed so far. If you do like the video, subscribe, and then you'll get to see more of it. And or, well, please subscribe, and or join the Facebook page, because that way you will always see my videos as I post them, and all the videos of places I'm learning from. Well, not all of the videos, but you know, there's, as I've mentioned before, the astrology podcast average length is 2.5 hours, you know. So that is, you can go and find the astrology podcast if you want to. But in the meantime, I don't think there's anything else to say. So, and there's a link down below for this month's Western and, for the first time, Chinese zodiac sign monthly readings. Okay, let me bring up the cards. In fact, just before I bring up the cards, I just want to read out the inside degree of this conjunction. Now, I'm reading Pisces 21, or the 21st degree of Pisces, because this conjunction occurs at 20 degrees 56 minutes, so towards the end of the 21st degree. So it's pagan fire worshippers dancing, trance states, at home in psychic realms and other realities, the self-abandon to the tribe, to the sweep of the moment, to the energies that arise, on fire with longing and poignant bittersweet reflections, a throwback, a native, a primal soul, emotional, depth-centered, superphysical. You are energized tremendously by special occasions, extraordinary meetings, unexpected miracles and tragedies, expectant and waiting for something wild and unknown to break through, mediumistic, vicarious, and charged with a life force that must be followed out, a certain distinctive fate, to be at times disappearing and gone, and at other times resurgent and mighty, all dependent on the tides of fortune. And it will always change in unpredictable, exciting, disorienting, and multiple ways. Considering the world situation as we head into this conjunction, I think that is quite poignant. And it goes to demonstrate what I was saying about the lower to the higher vibration. Be wary of delusion during this conjunction and during the energies of this conjunction. Mars later sextiles Uranus on the 30th, so I think Neptune may well colour that martial energy for, let me see, it'll be the 21st, so for that it's not, it's the 13th, isn't it? So nearly 2 weeks that Neptune may well colour Martian energy. So now let me finally bring up the cards properly. And welcome Virgo rising and Virgo moon after the timestamp. Now, this, if you are Virgo rising, this is happening in your 7th house, the area of your life all about long-term significant partners, you know, romantic business partners, family members, close friends. And I feel like there's an element of competition that you are aware of, as seen by Eris here, that to a great extent you're feeling, no, I've had enough of this, I don't particularly want to carry on with this, I want to move on in my own direction, move on my own. We have the 9 of Pentacles, well, 9 of Earth here, and did we have the 9 of Pentacles somewhere? Yes, here. Clarifying the Knight of Wands. So there's that Martian urge of, I am out of here, I have had enough. I'm not sure that's the best of ideas. We have Nibus and Buffonite here saying that yes, you need to pay attention to your dreams, but be aware just what dreams are exactly that. Dreams, fantasies, nonsense, things that will never be, things that will never come into fruition, because you are being called to trust your instincts. And I feel like your instincts, it's not your instincts that's wanting you to storm off and go, well, nobody's listening to me and nobody, you know, it's your ego, bluntly. But your instincts are like going, we can do this differently, you know. You can get sort of what you want, but you need to slightly change what you want, and you need to change you. There's transformation here. And the whole conjunction is being presided over for you by Belial, King of Law. But Belial, I know, is a being of transformation. He will work to get you to strengthen yourself and to dispel any illusions about yourself that you may have. So with Eris's story is that she wanted a seat at the table. It's thanks to Eris that the Trojan War started. She threw a golden apple into the wedding of Paris and Helen. Was it Paris and Helen? And just said, right, that's for the most beautiful. And so Athene, Aphrodite and Hera all thought it was for them. And so they argued. Paris was forced to choose. He chose Aphrodite, and so started the Trojan War. You know, so be aware of strife and competition around you, but be aware where you're being competitive as well, and where your dreams are not necessarily involving someone else, because your instincts are leading you in a slightly different direction. And your guidance here, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, card number 41, so the number 5, number for freedom. And there is partnership featuring here, just as much as for Virgo rising, it's in your 7th house. We have hand fasting with union and hearth with homecoming out of the Witch's Oracle, which is rather making me think that there is a union that can be found if you are maybe just changing just slightly what it is that you want. Because I feel like there is an urge to go to somewhere new, do something new, get on a new path. That's fine, but there's somebody who's supposed to go with you. That's what I really get the impression with the star here. It's almost like there's there's a, excuse this awfulness of this image, there's a new growth in her head. So you can see what I mean there. In fact, I'll hold it up to the higher. Yes, there's a new growth in her head, but it's showing that it's an evolution, a changing, a more celestial, if not chthonic, influence growing there, which is supporting that urge of moving to pastures new. But bear in mind that to achieve this renewal, gratitude is necessary here. But we've got chariot here. So there is motion, there is going to a better place, Six of Swords. But Six of Swords in the Thoth deck is science. Again, implying laws of science, of which Belial is appearing here as the king of law. So there are paths for you to go down to achieve this transformation. And basically, if you're wanting to disappear off on your own, then there's an element of square peg trying to go down a round hole. Because there's areas where you can work with somebody else, where the whole situation is renewed with a new dream. But that new dream may cause you to eat your words a little bit. But there is work that you need to focus upon on your own, as per guidance, that will bring 2 3s here. Now, what's angel number 33? I can't remember, but look it up. But we have 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. So motion in bringing dreams into the real world. So that flies in the face slightly of what I was saying before. But as I was saying, there's dreams that can be achieved, and there's dreams that ain't going to be achieved, can't be achieved, come what may. Focus on the ones that can be and abandon the ones that can't. And your instincts will guide you right, I think, is the best way to say it, because there is transformation with this when you are cutting away some of the delusions of Neptune, some of those delusions of dreams of I want it this way and this way and this way, and there is great achievement on offer for you. Remember, Eris creates competition. She is competition. Yeah, she was a goddess of discord, but that's not entirely just her only role. Because she stimulates and she helps people, certainly in astrology, she stimulates and she helps people stand up for themselves. The Eris placement can often be very much about circumstances around bullying, you know, either being a bully or having received bullying. But you need to be aware of the bigger perspective here, and you need to be working in harmony and be vigilant for how your own thoughts, especially under this Neptune transit, well, Mars transit really, isn't it? Mars transit of Neptune, because you can call an end to something that has been tormenting you, or you can get yourself stuck in a box. Now, I mean that figuratively, but backed into a corner would be another way. But basically, look, there's a guy stuck in one of those, like a stage magician's boxes where they put the swords in, only no one's opened the trapdoor to let him out before the swords start coming through. So, but 10 of Swords can be an end to torment, but that's only if you forge ahead with renewal, with gratitude, and with the determination of growth and a new harvest. This Empress, she's an interesting Empress, this one. She's magical, she's very gothy. It's the Deviant Moon Tarot, she will be gothy. But she reminds me very much of Orly Stewart. If you ever watch her channel, look her up. But it's that surge for independence, yes, with the Ace of Wands, but independence towards being a bigger being, and being a bigger being and having that bigger perspective means that you're not just going off on your own, you are taking into account those that are around you, your long-term significant partners. But like I say, it's either there is an end to the torment and the dissatisfaction that you've been feeling, because there is change on the horizon, death on the bottom of one deck and the hermit on the bottom of the other. So that hermit here is saying you've got two choices: find your inner light or be on your own. And at the minute, your choice is to be on your own, or your urge is to be on your own. But I don't think you will benefit from that, because with the correct amount of work in a new direction, following your instincts, you are declaring your own empire and gaining transformation if you cut away that lower Neptunian influence of the dreams that cannot be achieved. That's everything that I can see in these cards. So, but remember, now I've given you a right lecture, great achievement. There we go. Great achievement. Because the other thing, at first I thought it was a competition. What with Belial, Nibus, Eris with strife and great achievement, it's like, are you winning a competition or are you entering a competition? But as I progressed, it's like, it doesn't really feel like that. I think a change of tack is in order. Okay, Virgo, I will see you next reading, whatever that next reading will be. Cheers.